So it's good to be in Edinburgh. I'm actually from Glasgow myself. Thank you. I would very much get a reputation. The city of Glasgow was recently announced as Europe's murder capital, but also voted the UK's friendliest city. In the same week. We got our act together pronto. You might get the shite kicked out of you, but you'll get directions to the hospital. Nice people. A bit mental, but a friendly mental. I also remember my first ever altercation with a friendly madman. Right. It was about midnight. I was standing at a bus stop, waiting on a bus. That's the way I play the game, right? That's how I roll. At the bus stop, waiting on a bus, two people sat beside me. They were doing something similar, and everybody was having a good time. Sounds a bit far-fetched, but it's based on a true story. So everyone's there getting their bus stop on when a friendly madman showed up. A guy, he was across the road, and he shouted, "Hoi, you! Hoi, you! Aye, you!" Now, when you're at a bus stop at midnight and somebody instigates a conversation with "Hoi, you! Hoi, you! Aye, you!" you kinda shite yourself. And you try and keep your head down, right? And then the guy shouts, "Hoi, fat boy, fatty." And while I'm standing there and I'm looking at the two people, I'm trying to figure out their BMI. And because one of us is about to become a statistic, right? But beside me were just these two big, skinny pensioner types. Cool, this one must be for me. And the guy said, "Fat boy, give me a quid, or you're getting stabbed." I thought, a quid? That was quite reasonable. Panic over. I mean, I've never been stabbed, right, but I can imagine it'd be somewhat inconvenient. Maybe even put a dampener on your evening, right? You'd be covered in blood, you'd need to go to a hospital to get stitches, you'd be physically and emotionally traumatised. And here, we've got a gentleman offering me the chance to bypass such a horrendous ordeal in this current financial climate for a mere £1. Now I'm a sucker for a bargain, so... That's how I've got an obesity epidemic. Don't have the facilities, that's how I've got an obesity epidemic. If you've got a bit of a waist as well, it means you need to shop in shitholes. You walk in somewhere trendy, like Topshop for a pair of jeans. Somewhere trendier than that, maybe. River Island. Walk into River Island and the sales assistants that work in these places, some indie band freak show, they come bouncing across to serve you. They've got that kind of, "Hey man, yeah, woo." Telling you to chillax. Everybody just chillax, man. Anybody ever told you to chillax? They've took the word chill and the word relax and combined them to make, ironically, the most infuriating word there's ever been. Well, they come bouncing over this guy. They've got that kind of energy and enthusiasm that oozes from people who have now been punched in the face. but you require this guy's assistance. You're in Topshop, they sell jeans. You're in Topshop, you need jeans. So I have to say, excuse me, mate, can I try on these jeans, please? And a 36-inch waist. And his enthusiasm. Was that you? Good to see you again. Hey, 36 inch. Try a 38. Fuck you, man. Ask the guy, try the jeans on, and a 38-inch waist. Good call, right? Shut up. 38-inch waist. Regardless, 36, 38-inch waist. You say to the guy, can I try these jeans on? And a 40-inch waist. 38-inch waist. And the guy, his enthusiasm just drains. Right? And he looks at you, appalled. Well, that way you would look at somebody if they just took a shite in your kettle. Imagine somebody took a shite in your kettle, you'd be furious, wouldn't you? It's a social faux pas. You just shite in the kettle. I don't come into your house and shite in your kettle. You've changed, man. Shiting in kettle. So I started shopping in proper shithole clothes shop. You don't get judged in a proper shithole clothes shop. I was in a place called Dunn's Stores. It's the hot new up-and-coming shithole clothes shop on the scene. Somewhere between Primark and shoplifting. Now I've got a theory about clothes shop. I find in a clothes shop, the cheaper the clothes, the more aggressive the customer. Right? Anybody ever done that thing? You've been in a shop and you confuse another shopper for being a member of the staff. Right? And you go to ask them a question and they go, oh, I don't actually work here. And you go, oh, I thought you worked here. And you both share a chuckle and move on. It's finished. However, in Dunn Stores, it's no laughing matter. The cheaper the clothes, the more aggressive the customer, right? Tensions run through the roof in these kind of places. I was in this dump. When a guy said to me, he said, excuse me, buddy. How much? How much are these? And I said, I don't actually work here, buddy. And he said, that's not what I fucking asked you. Done. That was my first ever job, part-time job. I used to work in TK Maxx. Thank you, TK Maxx. I was in charge of the changing rooms. That was my job. I was the guy that would count your items and then give you a number. So if you were trying on 3 items, I gave you a number 3. And if you were trying on 4 items, I gave you a number 4. But we only had numbers 1 to 6. And this one time a woman was trying on 7 items. And everybody was fucking freaking out. I said, calm ourselves, yeah, let's just calm ourselves. Give me the 6. Give me the 1. Problem solved. Unemployment, that was my first ever job. I remember being unemployed as well. I used to study psychology for 3 weeks. That was my thing. Psychology, 3 weeks studying psychology. Get a bit freaked out. Sigmund Freud, he was a sex pest. He had a theory that young guys have sexual feelings towards their own mothers. remember reading this and thinking the guy's obviously never seen My Mother. A lovely woman, but you wouldn't ride her into battle. Being unemployed, I feel sorry for anybody. Unemployed's a pretty tough time to go through in your life. Remember being in the job centre? I think job centres should be renamed the Shite Job Centre. Don't you never walk by a job centre and see in the window, forensic detective required. Barrister required. It's always customer service advisor's assistant required. Could you make the tea for the guy who makes the coffee? Remember being in the job centre? Everything else must have experience, must have qualifications. I'm just a dickhead, never had much of that. Last option, just left school, you can join the army. Right? You've got the British Army recruitment desk. You've got the two guys there, Robson and Jerome, sitting there. The berries on. The guy's going, come on, where's John? Be the best. Come on. John shot. We'll get you shot. Come on. And I'm thinking, me, join the army. T-Mobile just said I don't have enough qualifications to sell phones. Microsoft just said I don't have enough experience to answer phones. And you want to give me a machine gun?